4 to 6 slices of bread cut into roundels, 3/4 cup of semolina, 4 tablespoons of yogurt, 1/3 cup of water, 1 small onion finely chopped, 1 small tomato finely chopped, 1 chopped green chili, 1 tablespoon of finely chopped coriander, salt to taste, some ghee, butter or oil. In a bowl, take the semolina. Now add salt to it. Also add in the yogurt and mix well until all the three are nicely combined with each other. Now add water and mix well and let the batter rest for around 10 minutes. Semolina will absorb most of the water. Now check the consistency and add some more water as desired to make a thick pouring consistency. Now to this add the onions, tomatoes, bell peppers and mix well. Bell peppers are optional, but I like the taste and crunch of it, so if you want you can skip it also. Now add in the green chilies, coriander. Keep mixing the batter until it is light and fluffy. Now heat a non-stick pan and apply some oil or butter on it on a medium-high heat. Meanwhile, apply this paste on the slice of the bread. Here I have used roundels. You have cut the bread into roundels. If you want you can use the entire bread, and after toasting it you can cut into triangles. Now gently place the slice on the hot pan with the batter side facing down onto the butter and let it cook for around 2 minutes, and keep pressing the top a little so that the batter is cooked evenly and becomes little crispy. If you want you can pour some more oil or butter on the sides of the bread to toast the bread if required. Turn the bread slices upside down to cook from both the sides evenly to make it golden brown in color. Once it is nice brown on the top, remove it on a platter and serve hot.
1 cup of semolina or rava or suji, half a cup of yogurt, 1 tablespoon of chopped coriander, salt to taste, 1 cup of water, 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil for tempering as well as greasing, half a teaspoon of mustard seeds, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon of urad dal, 1 teaspoon of chana dal, 1/4 teaspoon of asafoetida or hing, 1 tablespoon of broken cashews, 6 to 8 curry leaves broken, 1 to 2 green chilies finely chopped, 1 small pack of fruit salt or Eno or 1 teaspoon of Eno. First combine the semolina with curd, coriander, salt and a cup of water in a bowl and mix well nicely. Stir it consistently, properly and keep it aside for around 10 to 15 minutes. Semolina will absorb most of the water while resting, so we can adjust water later again. Now heat some oil in a small non-stick vessel or container and add some mustard seeds to it. And when mustard seeds starts crackling, now is the time to add cumin seeds and stir well for a few seconds. Now add urad dal and chana dal and saute it for a minute till the dal becomes little brown and cooked. Now put asafoetida or hing and stir well. Now next we are going to add broken cashews, now curry leaves and green chilies finally, and stir well for about 30 seconds. Now close the flame and let it rest for a minute. Now add this tempering to the semolina batter and mix well. If you want you can add little more water to adjust the consistency however you want. Now we are going to grease the idli molds with the remaining oil and keep aside. We are going to grease all the molds with the help of oil. You can do it with a brush or with hand, whichever you want. Now add Eno or fruit salt to the batter. As soon as we add Eno to the batter, it will start foaming this way. Keep mixing it well. This will help in making our idlis very light and spongy. Now pour each greased mold with 2 tablespoons of batter. Fill all the molds and keep aside. Now put it inside the container or idli steamer which is filled with some water for steaming and close it. Let it cook on medium-high heat for around 10 to 12 minutes. Now it has been 10 minutes. Let's check it with a knife. If it comes out clean, that means it's ready. Yes, I think it's done now. Let it cool down for around 5 to 10 minutes. Then we can unmold it in a plate. Now our idlis are ready to serve.
So over to my kitchen to see what you need for this. 1 cup of urad dal, 2 to 3 green chilies, 1 tablespoon of chopped cilantro, 1/8 teaspoon of asafoetida, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, 3 to 4 peppercorns, 6 to 8 curry leaves, 1 teaspoon of ginger, salt to taste, oil for frying. Here I washed and soaked my dal in about 3 cups of water for about 4 to 6 hours. Now drain the excess water from the dal and grind the dal to a smooth paste into the grinder, and also add in the peppercorns, curry leaves, ginger, green chilies and a very little water, and blend into a mixture to form a smooth paste. Blend it for around 2 to 3 minutes until it is nicely churned. Once it is done, take out the dal in a wide bowl and now add the remaining ingredients to the dal batter like cilantro, asafoetida, cumin seeds and salt. Now beat the batter for around 2 to 3 minutes with the help of a spoon. This will help in making the batter light and fluffy. Keeping the right consistency of the batter is very important. Now heat oil in a wok for frying. To check if the oil is ready, put 1 drop of batter into it. The batter should sizzle and come up but not change its color right away. If your oil is very hot, vadas will not cook through and it will not become very crispy. Now wet your palms with water and take a golf size batter and place over your palm. Flatten to make it a round shape and make a hole in the center of it. It should look like a donut shape. Now slowly slide the vada into the hot oil. Now similarly do it for the entire batter. Now fry the vadas from both the sides until they turn nice golden brown in color. Now once they are done, it will take around 2 to 3 minutes on either sides. Now remove them on a kitchen towel to drain the excess oil. Now I am going to serve my vadas with coconut chutney. 1.5 cups regular rice, half a cup of urad dal, 1 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds, some water, salt to taste, 2 teaspoons of oil, 2-3 boiled potatoes, little mashed, 1 tablespoon of broken cashews, 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon of chana dal, 1 big onion thinly sliced, 6 to 8 curry leaves, 2 green chilies finely chopped, 1 teaspoon of grated ginger, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, pinch of asafoetida, some chopped fresh coriander. Now in a wok or a shallow pan, heat some oil or ghee, add the cashew nuts and fry them until they are golden brown in color. Once that is done, remove them and keep it aside. In the same pan, add the mustard seeds and let it splutter. Then add the cumin seeds and the chana dal. Fry them until the chana dal turns little golden brown in color. Take care not to burn it. Now add the onions and the curry leaves and keep frying until the onions are nice, translucent and softened. Once the onions are little tender, then add in the chopped green chilies and ginger and fry them for a minute. Now add the turmeric powder and asafoetida and fry for around 15 to 30 seconds. Now add the chopped boiled potatoes and mix the potatoes properly with the masala. Add the salt and the earlier fried cashew nuts at this point of time. Cook the mixture nicely and evenly for around 2 to 3 minutes and keep stirring it so that potato don't get burned. Once the mixture is ready and all the things are nicely combined with each other, now finally add chopped fresh coriander and mix well, and this potato filling is ready. This is the basic masala for the dosa which I showed you. The masala is too dry, but if you want you can add a sprinkle of water to it. Now heat a non-stick pan with very little oil and spread it evenly all around. Now take a big spoonful of the dosa batter and pour it on the pan. As soon as you pour it, quickly spread the batter in a circular manner to get a thin and round dosa this way. Now add the potato masala on the side of the dosa and let it cook for around 2 more minutes until crispy. Now cover the dosa with the remaining half and let it cook for another 15 to 30 seconds until crispy. Once that is done, remove it on a platter and serve hot with some sambar and coconut chutney on the side. 1 cup of semolina or rava, 1 medium-sized onion chopped, 1 green chili chopped, 1 tablespoon of chana dal, half a tablespoon of urad dal, half an inch of ginger grated or chopped finely, 2 to 2.5 cups of water, 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, few curry leaves, 7 to 8 broken cashew nuts, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of oil and 1 teaspoon of ghee for garnishing. Salt as required. First boil 2 cups of water in a container and keep aside. Now in a pan, heat oil and add mustard seeds. When you hear the crackling sound of mustard seeds, it means they are getting fried, and now add the cumin seeds along with the chana dal and urad dal. Fry them until they start to brown a little. Now add cashews, and by the time cashews get brown, the dals would also get brown nicely. Once you see they are all nice brown in color, now add onions and fry them until they become transparent. Next up, add the green chilies, ginger and curry leaves and fry them for around a minute. Now add the semolina and saute it on very low flame for around 3 to 4 minutes until it is very nicely roasted and you get nice aroma of the semolina. And when you see it has nicely roasted, now add the pre-boiled water on the semolina and let it cook for around 4 to 5 minutes. Also add salt and sugar and keep stirring it so that no lumps are formed. The semolina will absorb most of the water and begin to cook. If the mixture looks very dry, add some more water to it. Reduce the flame and simmer the upma for 2 to 3 minutes. Keep stirring it so that no lumps are formed and doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. Now when you see my upma is ready, now I'm going to sprinkle 1 teaspoon of ghee on top and finally garnish with some coriander and some slices of lemon.